Welcome to Kingdom Talks with your host, Gil Hodges. Here we embark on a journey of spiritual discovery and empowerment, diving into the mysteries of faith and the depths of our relationship with Christ. Kingdom Talks is not just a show, it's a transformative experience that brings to light the profound truths of our faith and the impactful role we play in God's kingdom. A new and wonderful journey is unfolding with the book, Choice. Gil's new book is a revolutionary way to understand our identity in Christ, empowering individuals to realize the immense power that lies within their choices. Choice isn't just a read, it's a revelation that awakens the soul to its true potential and purpose in Christ. Through its pages, readers are discovering the second most powerful force in the universe next to God, the power of choice. We invite you to join the vibrant Choice Community Facebook group, a space where you'll find incredible anecdotes and deeper insights into your spiritual journey. It's a community that nurtures growth, fosters understanding, and supports your walk towards spiritual enlightenment. And now, here is your host, Gil Hodges.
Hey, welcome everybody. I'm glad you've joined us. I'm hoping and believing we're going to have Darren Stott with us. We had a little change come up at the last minute, and I'm hoping everything's okay. But anyway, we're believing that he'll be on shortly. I'm going to go ahead and share just a couple things with you right now. We've got, as the video mentioned, the choicecommunity.org. That is a new organization that I've started, and I'm really, really excited about it. I encourage anybody and everybody to go on over there. You're going to see some testimonies coming out of things that we're doing in the Choice community. We've got the Inner Circle. We're going through the book Choice. And you'll also, over there in that group, Choice Community Group, you'll find that we've got a lot of information about choice and what's happening there. I just encourage you to get on over there to the Choice Community group, and then also check out the website, choicecommunity.org. And we're going to have some new groups opening up soon. We've already had to, twice now, we've had to make waiting lists for those groups because we only do 10 in a group. So I'm going to be opening up a couple more, hopefully in the next 2 to 4 weeks. So if you want to be part of that, make sure you get on over there and get on the waiting list. All right. And then secondly, we have some exciting news and stuff that I want to share with you regarding Africa. I can't say much right now, but we've had a wonderful connection with somebody. And I'm just making sure everything is set and ready to go before I make the announcements. But I just so appreciate each and every one of you who have been contributing, supporting, and helping to keep the school going there, keeping the teachers' salaries going. A lot of great things going on there. And just if anybody's got the means to help out even more, you can go to the website kingdomequippingcenter.com. Just scroll down a little bit there and you'll find the information on Africa. And then the last one here. Yeah, both of my books, Living for Ultimate Impact and Choice, they are on Amazon. And I really encourage you to grab those, especially the book Choice that has just come out recently. I can't say enough about what it's doing, the impact that it's having. And I've been actually starting to build out a course for the book Choice. And in this last week, I put together the first week of the courses, and looking forward to getting those out to everybody as well. But it's just it's one of the beautiful things that I love sharing, because several of the questions that we're getting answered are, who am I? Why am I here? What's my purpose? Where am I going? And then one of the big questions that gets asked all the time is, why is there evil in the world? If God is all powerful, why is there evil in the world? Well, I'm going to go ahead and keep sharing. I'm just believing Darren's going to be on any moment now. We'll go for a little while, and hopefully everything works out. He'll be able to get on here soon. But why is there evil in the world? That's a big question that we get asked a lot, and really trying to understand what that means. If God is all powerful, then why is there evil in the world? And while I'm on here, if you guys want to ask me questions, you're welcome to hop on and in the comments section and just throw some questions out to me. I'd love to answer those if you have any. But if God is all powerful, why is there evil in the world? That's a big question. It's a legitimate question. So the book Choice, I believe, answers that. And the very fact, the title is Choice, and the tagline is the most powerful thing in the universe, ... next to God. So what I'm saying there is that what God did when he gave us the power of choice is he gave us the right and the ability to resist him forever. But then the question becomes, but will we? I'm a firm believer that anybody who is healthy in their right mind and who truly knows who God is not going to resist God. The only reason anybody resists God is because they don't know him. They are, struggling to understand. In fact, some of them aren't even struggling. They're just angry at God. They would spit in his face if they had the opportunity. So, it's that question of why is he allowing all of this evil? And a lot of people just get angry at him and they just want to take him down. But if someone were to truly understand who God is, all of that, I am certain. I am certain because God doesn't make junk, okay? Number 1. God doesn't make junk. God makes people and he makes them lovely and beautiful. I mean, they're babies, for crying out loud, when we come out. We don't have, at that point, the ability to make choices to tear up the world and be angry at the world. But the choices that other people make that are around us, they influence us. And that begins to create in us either a safe, loving environment, and it's their choices that have, that have to do with us. In other words, we don't have the ability to control everything around us or everything that happens to us. And especially as babies, toddlers, young ones, we don't have that ability to control that. But as we grow older, we develop the ability to choose how we're going to respond when things happen to us and around us that we can't control. We do have 100% control over how we respond. And then begins the journey for us where we get to develop how we see life. Now, unfortunately, if we've grown up in a home that's so broken that we never really get a healthy chance to make those choices, then yeah, we may hate God. And we may turn out to be the people that make the worst choices. We make choices that are just horrible. They are evil. And so it's because of choice that evil exists in the world. But it's also because of choice that love exists in the world. It's because of choice you have both good and evil. But my firm belief, and I share it in the first chapter, is that when God created everything, because he is love, the only way that he knew how to create was with love and to give everything the opportunity to choose. Because without the ability to choose, we're actually all just robots and slaves. And it's like, there's really no love there. That's not true love. True love, if it's already programmed into you and you have no choice, it's not really love. Because what if, given the choice, you were to choose that you didn't want to love? Well, and that happens. That happens. So that's what God knew he was doing when he created the universe. And that was his greatest sacrifice, was that he was willing to give everything choice. That was his greatest sacrifice. And in that sacrifice came the sacrifice of his son. So very, very powerful stuff when we begin to understand that choice is also how we make agreements. And the agreements that we make in life are the very things that are going to kind of shape where we're going. And so in the inner circles, so the book explains a lot of this, but in the inner circles, as groups, we get to go through this little by little, step by step, piece by piece, and we get to unwind and unravel, untether from the programming that we've received in the world. You get it in your family, you get it in your church, you get it in your school, you get it in your work, you get it in your government. I mean, everywhere around us, we're being programmed. Some of it's not so bad, but then some of it is. Some of it is just teaching us stuff because it wants to teach us that stuff. It's like if you go to Russia and you ask, what's the greatest country on the planet? Russia. You go to the UK, South Africa, almost everybody is programmed to believe that the country they live in is the best country in the world. But which one's really best? And a lot of it depends on how you've been raised and the things you've been taught, things you've been programmed. And with that, you then make your choice as to what you think is the best country. So, I mean, that trickles all the way down into our religious belief systems. And in the inner circle, we begin to go through these and to untether them one at a time. And believe it or not, yes, and I think most of you already know this, the church is responsible for giving us a lot of things that we thought to be good and true. And it actually turned out that it wasn't. And so we have to untether from that as well. There's so many things that when we begin to let go, we find truth. We find out who we truly are. So these are some of the things that you'll find in the inner circle. I'm going to look at see what some of your questions and comments have been. Let's see. I'll just put this up. I can read it when it's bigger here. Evil exists because of the sin in the world, because of choices. Began with Satan, Adam and Eve. We all have the choice to choose the love of God, and sent through Jesus. And is Jared? Yeah, Darren's supposed to be joining, but I'm not sure if he's going to. It's rather late. I don't know what's happened. Hope everything's okay on his end. We will have to see. And let's see. Anybody else got anything? Jennifer? I've been receiving revelation of Christ in me for most of the day. I choose oneness. Yes. Hi, Gil, and everyone else listening. Yeah. Thank you, Jennifer. Good. Anybody else got any questions or thoughts? I'm looking at Karen. Are there any other questions that you saw? I haven't seen any. Okay. All right. Well, this will be different because this might be the first night I have a guest that doesn't show. And I know he had reached out to me asking if we could do this later, but we already had all the marketing out for this time. And so we may have to try it another time. We'll see. Okay. Well, I'll just share a couple more things. We have a conference I'm trying to get put together. I was going to do it in Jacksonville, Florida. We're moving it here to Austin, and I'm hoping that comes together sometime in June. And that will give you a big, heavy dose. It'd be like an intensive of the inner circle in one weekend. The other thing that we do in the inner circle is we wind up doing a lot of court cases in order to help us be released from things that, things that we've agreed with, choices that we've made. And see, the choices of agreement that are affecting you obviously might not be ones that you've made, or at least that you've made consciously, and they might have been made by your ancestors, because the sins, they go into the third and fourth generation. And you know what? If you get to the third and fourth generation and nobody in any of those generations has ever thought to stop it, and they continue that sin, well, it goes into the third and fourth generation. So you can see how it just repeats itself over and over and just keeps getting passed down until someone rises up and says enough is enough, and begins to do the necessary work to be disentangled from those choices that were made before them and that have now trickled down to them. So a lot of different things that affect us, but what we're looking for is to be set free and to live fulfilled lives and empowered lives. And that can absolutely be done. And we get everybody on the path, and everybody kind of gets to move along that path as quick as they want to. But we're all doing it together. We're all making choices together. And it's a beautiful journey. And again, you're going to start hearing some testimonies coming out, but most of them are going to be over in the Choice Community Group that's on Facebook. And look forward to seeing many of you there. So we're 15 minutes in, and I still don't see any word from Darren. So I think we may just call this a short night, and I apologize to everybody. Really had thought this was going to work out, but again, praying that everything is okay with Darren. Not sure what's happened, but we will hopefully reconvene next week, and we'll let you know who our guest is going to be shortly. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Love you all. Blessings. And actually, someone's asking for the link. Let me see if I can get that link really quick here. Let me grab it for you. Give me a second. So it's Choice Community, and it's the group. And I'll put it in for everybody. That is the link to the Facebook group. And if you're on the Facebook group, you'll get notifications, and people will have a chance to, you'll know when the groups are going to start. You're also going to know when the conferences are coming, and so on and so forth. And you'll get to know, you'll find out first when things are showing up on the website. But you can always go to the website, choicecommunity.org. So, all right. Well, love you all. Again, sorry for this, and praying for Darren and that everything's okay. And we will see you all next time. God bless. Bye-bye.